Okay, so before you start your first lessons with me or anybody else, hopefully it's me, right? I just wanted to go through some basics of the saxophone just so when you come, you have a little bit of a foundation. All right, first things first. This is a saxophone. You either have one or you are about to purchase one. This is a Yamaha, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this is a Yamaha beginner saxophone. So this is the one that I played on when I first started, and it is a great, great horn. It's actually called a YAS-23. I don't even know if they make them anymore, but if you can find one of these, a YAS-23 used, go get one. All right, so first things first, let's break it down. Let's see what we're dealing with. Okay, you get your horn. You see this, take it out the box or take it out the case. Sit it on your lap. Goes on my lap. The horn will come with a neck, just like your neck. This obviously goes on top of the saxophone, but we can't just jam it in there. We have screws. We want to make sure those screws are loose. Don't take them out. We'll make sure they are loose enough for this to just drop right in with a little bit, a little bit of wiggle. And then after that, we can tighten that thing right on back up. Boom, 2 parts, check and check. After that, your horn probably came with a mouthpiece. This is mine, and a ligature. Yours might be gold, mine is black. Either way, they all do the same thing. So you take your mouthpiece, you take your ligature, and you also should have a reed. Mine is also black, but yours is probably just this color. So reed, mouthpiece. They go together. You want your reed to lay flat on the mouthpiece. You don't want it to be hanging off or too shallow. You want it to sit right on top. If you look, you can actually see where it can fit in this rectangle. So we match it up, line it up with the rectangle on the mouthpiece. Then you want to put your ligature on. Just slide that over. Hold the reed in place so it doesn't move around. Check to see if it's still matched up. Tighten. Boom. Boom. Easy. After that, the mouthpiece is now ready to go on the neck to complete this process. Process is not complete with the mouthpiece not on the horn. So we go boom, we twist, and then we make sure we tighten anything that needs to be tightened, but don't over tighten. So I always go hard and then pull back a little bit. Tighten and then just pull back a little bit so you have a little bit of flexibility in case you need to make some adjustments, some minor adjustments. All right, so we're there. And that's how you put together the saxophone. So just rewind the video, take your time, do it over and over again until you get it right. It shouldn't take more than maybe 3 times of practicing. Okay, next order of business, we're gonna hold the horn. I'm gonna teach you how to hold the saxophone. Now that we got everything in place, our neck strap goes here, and it just clicks in like that. First rule, we never want to leave the horn just hanging with our hands free. We always want to hold the horn, and if we're not holding it, sit it on your lap. Lap, neck strap, but hold it because the neck strap costs $15. The horn costs $500 and up, so you want to protect the horn, not the strap. All right, with that said, I always tell people it's pretty natural to hold the saxophone, which is one of the reasons why I love the instrument. We got pearl keys. little white keys. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So we have 4 pearl keys. This one at the top, we're going to skip it. We're going to start right here with the first pearl key, the second pearl key, and the third pearl key. And then our pinky will drop right on this key, but we're not going to use it just yet. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And for those technical people, we can call it 2, 3, 4, 5. However you want to do it, just make sure you put your fingers in the right place. That's our left hand. Right hand. Same thing, even easier because there are only 3 pearls in the right hand. 1, 2, 3. Index, middle, ring. So we got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, so where do my thumbs go? Mr. Brown, where do my thumbs go? We have this little black thing. It's called a thumb rest. Put your finger on the thumb rest. It's made for that. Another thumb rest for your right hand. Put your thumb underneath there while you hold the horn. Thumb, 1, 2, 3. Thumb, 1, 2, 3. So do that. Let's try that. Thumb, 1, 2, 3. Thumb, 1, 2, 3. Pinkies. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so now that we got that, we're going to look at a fingering chart. The fingering chart is going to show us visually on paper how to play certain notes, where to put our fingers, and it's going to be a visual representation of the instrument. Let's go to that. Let's pull that up real quick. Okay, so now we have our fingering chart right here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Boom. All right, so we're going to look at a few notes just to kind of give you an idea of how to read one of these. Okay, so we're going to start with G. G is a very common note to start with when you're starting out. So if you look, we have the left hand at the top and the right hand at the bottom. And they actually have a picture of that right here to the left. So they show you how this works. Left hand is over here. We got 1, 2, 3. Right hand is over here. I'm not going to get into all of the keys just yet, but just want you to be able to read the chart. All right, so let's get back to G. G is here. Left hand, right hand. So how do we play G? We put our left hand on those 3 keys from earlier, 1, 2, 3. Our right hand, since it has nothing on the right hand is shaded, our right hand doesn't press anything down. So just put your fingers there, don't press down. Do not press down. Shaded, unshaded. All right, so that's how we play a G with just these 3 fingers. That's it. Now, next, let's look at another key. Let's look at A. Very similar to G. You can see that with your eyes. So all we're going to do, instead of using 3 keys, we're going to use 2 keys for A. We go from 3 keys pressed down to 2 keys pressed down in the left hand, as indicated by the fingering chart. Good. Let's look at one more note. Let's look at F, because F uses the left hand and the right hand. Again, we see we got our left hand, we got our right hand, and we have a note down here, a key pressed with the right hand. So now on F, we have 1, 2, 3, just like G. And then we have 1 finger in the right hand to make it F. 1, 2, 3 in the left, 1 finger in the right to play F. So quickly review: G, 3 fingers; A, 2 fingers; F, 4 fingers. So that's how you read a fingering chart. Of course, when we get into our lesson, we'll be able to discuss that in more detail and I'll answer any questions for you. But this is a good starter for you on just identifying the instrument. All right, let's close this out. All right, next lesson, we'll get to how to actually make a sound. Pretty easy. I'll make it easy for you. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in your lesson.